11 days until election day, and for the Democrats, the panic is really setting in. Axios is now reporting Dems fear they're blowing it, with private conversations revealing they're infuriated at the fact that seemingly nothing Harris says can now move the dial back in her favour. Wait, you mean comparing Trump to Hitler? And having some random woman come out and claiming she was groped by Trump 30 plus years ago, but conveniently only remembered to mention it 2 weeks before an election, isn't working. Almost like they tried something very similar 8 years ago, which didn't work either. He grabbed my ass 32 years ago, says the lifelong Democrat activist. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and Trump's exhausted apparently, despite the fact that he's done 18, count them, 18, more events than Kamala since September 1st. They're also mad that Harris seems to be unable to stop talking about Trump, and instead focus on what her policies will actually be. We already know what they're going to be. The same that they've been for the last 3.5 years she's been in the White House.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Even CNN is acknowledging something once thought unthinkable. That never mind the Electoral College, Trump could win the popular vote, becoming only the second Republican candidate to do so in 36 years.
Trump may finally get his great white whale. Harris versus Trump national margin. You mentioned that New York Times poll, a tie. That's actually right in the middle of the spectrum when we're talking about recent polling data. You don't have to look very far to find Donald Trump ahead nationally. He was up by 2 points in the CNBC poll, up by 3 in the Wall Street Journal poll. Very close races within the margin of error. But then the same thing on the other side, right? You have Harris up by 3 points according to Ipsos. The Say 24 YouGov poll, that's a bunch of academics, also has Harris up by 3. But the bottom line is, with the popular vote, which we really haven't focused upon, a very, very tight race, John. Fact is, Donald Trump is very much in a position he could win the popular vote, which of course is something he would absolutely love to do.
The New York Times Siena poll shows Harris and Trump are tied. The same poll in October 2020 showed Biden 9 points ahead. And Harris can do little to change the reality that she's simply inherently unlikable.
Trump, you can see the gap here, 42 positive, 6 negative. He is 6 points underwater on this question. Harris, 39 positive, 49 negative. She's 10 points negative on this question. And the significance here is the trajectory of the Harris campaign on this sort of feelings thermometer. When she first got in the race, when she first entered, she was, basically in the same ballpark as Trump on positive, negative. After about 6 weeks as a candidate, she had actually in our poll moved above water on this question. A couple of weeks ago, we were polling this, and she had a higher positive than negative, and she had established an advantage. But now, our own NBC poll a couple of weeks ago, and now this CNBC poll, both find that advantage she seemed to have established here, say back in September on this question, is gone.
Now we learn that Kamala turned down the Joe Rogan podcast interview, on which Trump will appear later today, for scheduling reasons.
Can I ask you about Rogan? Was there a Rogan invite to the vice president that was turned down? Is it something you would consider doing, given the size of that audience, and given that a lot of the folks that Trump seems to be targeting might be listening to that?
Well, yeah, I think that the vice president's happy to go anywhere and any place to talk to a broad segment of the country. We talked with Rogan and his team about the podcast. Unfortunately, it isn't going to work out right now because of the scheduling of this period of the campaign.
Really? The Joe Rogan podcast is based in Austin, Texas. She's in Houston, Texas today, which is a 2.5-hour drive away. Scheduling issues, yeah, right. More like she's absolutely petrified of sitting down for a long-format, nuanced conversation, because she can barely get through a town hall without devolving into a bumbling word salad.
That's 4 years.
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Don't take any of this for granted, though. Remain relentless in encouraging your family, friends, and co-workers to vote for Trump. Don't let up for a single minute. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.